Welcome inside the ACU TV or studio. I'm Nathaniel Chisholm alongside Carrie Johnston. Our top stories today include the end of the most recent mask mandate, a men's basketball win against UT-RGV, and a look back at Thursday's snow day. This is the Optimist Newscast. As of February 5th, masks are no longer required in instructional spaces on campus unless faculty have received advanced permission. Those teaching lab classes have the ability to require masks based on discretion. As of Monday, there are a total of 7 active cases, 4 of which are newly related to the ACU community. Students, faculty, and staff last week enjoyed a day off after 3 inches of snow blanketed the Big Country. Ali Jones, alongside the Optimist video team, has more on how campus enjoyed their snow day.
You know, but the bigger question is, like, what don't I enjoy about the snow day?
Exactly. We don't have to go to school?
No school, no test.
Last week, icy roads and snow prompted the administration to cancel classes on Thursday and switch to Zoom classes on Friday. While some students stayed wrapped up in their dorms, many took advantage of the time off to venture out and play in the snow. The snow also caused a cancellation of campus activities, including NMO events. The break seemed to be welcomed by many of the prospective members.
I think that I needed a break, and I think that the events we would have had, we're still going to get to do them all on Saturday.
As the snow melts away, students and staff alike are hoping that this will be the closest we get to a repeat of last year's winter weather. For The Optimist, I'm Ali Jones reporting.
Senior art students Ashley Lang, Emma Stringer, Sonia Seguin, and William Hyen put together an art gallery displayed on campus titled Vulnerable. The Optimist Sheridan Wood has more on the story.
One of this year's annual senior art shows has a theme that some consider to be not so ACU appropriate. With the display of a somewhat risque poster, senior graphic design majors Emma Stringer, Ashley Lang, Sonia Seguin, and William Hyen hope to make art show spectators a little uncomfortable. Stringer, from Dallas, says the idea behind the Vulnerable Art Show is to give viewers an idea of what it feels like to be an art student, especially during such a transformative time in the young artists' lives.
We're finding our voice in ourselves, we're finding our beliefs, we're finding our artistic voices, and throughout that whole time we're having to produce art and show it to our classmates and post it online. And it's really uncomfy sometimes, and it's really vulnerable, and it feels like we're putting a big part of ourselves out into the world.
Lang, from Lubbock, says the poster has had the effect the artists were hoping for, with a variety of responses all across the board. Some people like it, others are uncomfortable, and most are surprised that ACU would allow such a poster to be advertised on campus.
I think the poster itself kind of puts us in that vulnerable position because we knew it was a risk to put it up there, but I think everyone has understood it, whether they liked it or not.
The show features art of all mediums, from paintings, drawings, branding, graphics, and more that the artists have been working on over their time at ACU. The Vulnerable Art Show opened last Friday. However, due to weather complications, another viewing will be available this upcoming Friday in the Shore Art Gallery at 5:30 p.m. For The Optimist, I'm Sheridan Wood.
Up next, Arian Simmons led the men's basketball team in a successful conference matchup. Carrie Johnston has more on sports. Carrie?
Thanks, Nathaniel. The men went up against the University of Texas at Rio Grande Valley Saturday, and the game had a different outcome from the matchup between the two the week prior. Junior forward Arian Simmons scored 24 points in the first half, giving ACU a major edge going into the break. The team was up by 16 after scoring nearly 50 in the first half. The second half was much more competitive, with the Wildcats only outscoring UT-RGV by 1 and winning with a final score of 83-66. Simmons scored another 6 in the second half and nearly doubled his career high in most points in a game, with his previous being 16. The team is now on a 5-game winning streak and will take a little break before playing the Tarleton Texans in Stevensville this upcoming Saturday. The women's tennis team traveled to Albuquerque, New Mexico this weekend and struggled against the University of New Mexico on Sunday. UNM came out strong, beating Abilene 2-1 in doubles and 4-2 in singles. The men had their matches against UT Permian Basin canceled this past Friday due to inclement weather in Abilene. The men's next match will be in Abilene on Friday at 12 p.m. against UT Arlington before going up against Rice in Houston on Saturday. The women's next match will be in College Station on February 19th against Texas A&M. Coming off a successful regular season in the Southland, ACU baseball was predicted to win the Western Athletic Conference, according to the national sports website Baseball America. The team managed to have all of its players return except for 3 from last year's squad. The first series of the season will be a home opener against North Dakota State on February 18th through the 20th. That's all for this week's Optimist Newscast. I'm Carrie Johnston.
And I'm Nathaniel Chisholm. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.